Alright, Altars by Kronos. Going to bring you a really cool match here. We're going to start off with the intro video to Four Horsemen.
Greetings, old school magic blades, and welcome to the Four Horsemen.
Alright. Now this is a quick screenshot of the current Tournament 24 restricted, banned, and allowed. You'll see the dual lands in there if you're unfamiliar with Four Horsemen. We do allow, all the dual lands. That's the current list. Alright, so let's get down to the first part of this match. This is Travis with like an Arborea control deck, and Tim with kind of like an aggro strategy going on here. That's a good start too, Factory. Great playmats, guys. Love them. Alright, there's a Bayou. Taiga. I believe he plays red, green, and white, which are very powerful colors here. I should have splashed white in. That would have gave me the ability for some of the COPs to stop all the red and black issues I might have had. Skip ahead of this part for you. Alright, so basically all Tim was doing at this point, when you're in the top, everybody has to share their deck pictures to make sure that, nothing changes, everything is fair, just to keep things as fair and as fun as possible. So he was probably checking for crumbles and stuff like that and see what he has. Alright, well, there's a Fellware Stone. That's a good start. Let's see if Tim has any crumbles or anything in hand. That would be a good target, I would believe. Yep. Yeah, because I'd be afraid to let Travis get an Arborea out. Alright, there's a swing for 2. On Plateau, so there's the white source. Forest. Alright, so now we got double green also. So let's see what we got. Oh, Suchi, that's a really good play, especially when you have Factory out, because there's mana burn in this format, so you definitely don't want to take Suchi damage. What I'm learning from here is the same thing I'm learning in X Points. People fear playing Suchis. I rarely take the damage. There's enough things you can synergize along with it that benefit you, that you can use the mana for. I mean, worst case is a Factory. There's a drop of honey, so that's a really good answer. The only challenge I have with drop of honey is it's on Travis's next upkeep. So if Tim has like one of his rook eggs or anything like that, that would be awesome. Not sure if he does though. Alright, there's a swing for 4, which tells me he has something to cast with 4 mana. Oh, Darkness. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Yep, there's a rook egg. Okay, I wasn't sure what we were playing out there for a minute. Now that's going to trigger, but Rook Egg technically goes on the next end step. So it's not out yet, that's why you see it off. Alright, so there's Tabernacle, that's the upkeep for creatures. It is one generic upkeep. Travis is a really cool deck. Alright, so there's Imprison. It's basically a 1-drop black. Pay 1 each time target creature attempts to attack, block, or tap that creature, or that action is prevented and the creature becomes tapped. Destroy enchantment if mana is not paid. So basically it's like a removal tool and control tool. So now there's the 2 upkeep for the Tabernacle. So now we have to decide what we're doing here. He has 2 mana left. Does he pay an attack? He can swing all out for a big hit, or he can save the factory to sack the factory to the what do we got? Oh, another darkness. Yeah, see, I'd almost would have saved the factory because you can force sack the factory to the drop of honey, keeping your 2/4/4s around. Now I'm sure the token's gonna be going here because the suit. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if he was gonna hope for some kind of destruction and destroy the factory. I'm really expecting a Borea to come out. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so that does not come in effect yet. The problem is with all those control factors he had, he still had a high life total. Good thing about Four Horsemen, the way it's restricted out, there really is no the deck version to play out of here. You can play heavy control, and it doesn't give you as much of an advantage as a deck like the deck. So even though he has a Borea out, doesn't really mean much. So you can see he did a big swing, and that knocks his life down a lot. Now Tim is in the colors for a lot of direct damage too. Now if Travis plays anything, he can technically get attacked. Alright, there's the coffin. There's the pass. Let's see what Tim's got. No, might as well. Now he's down to 12. He's got a full grip there. Oh, there's a problem. Sacrifice a forest and gain 3 life. Oh, that's a good play. It's going to crumble the coffin. That's going to allow him to attack with the factory. Because he played a spell, so now he's open. So if he has Bloodlust or something, that's a lot of damage next turn. Let's see what he plays. Assuming he doesn't have a land drop. Oh, he does, okay. Oh, that's cool. I can't remember what that's called. I gotta look that up. Maze of Ith. Well, you get one problem, another one comes up. Got his deck picture up here, but I can't read it, so I can't pull up the name of the artifact. If you remember the name of the artifact, let me know, but we're going to go over what it's going to do right here. I believe that's something where you play from your sideboard. I believe that was one of the COPs he was just flipping through, but doesn't look like Travis's deck is going to do any damage. Looks like it's probably going to get you on Millstones. Okay, Crossroads. Now Travis really has to watch playing spells. He still has a... You have to have mana to attack him, and he has a Maze of Ith. So Travis has this pretty locked down. But Tim's deck is basically like a Kobold, Sack, all kinds of fun stuff going on here. He does play ATOGs and things like that, so he could get out and overwhelm. Main deck some Infernos and stuff, so I mean, there's a chance he could get some crazy stuff going on here. That's an easy way to get stuff out. Yep, there's a Suchi. Oh, and an egg. Okay. I think he's looking for darknesses, so he did cast 2 fogs basically. he's gonna have to dump his mana. Yep. Basically what that enchantment does is it's 2 black and a white, and target creature basically phases out. So the egg can't be destroyed, can't be... It's basically phasing before phasing existed. My good news is he is up to 20, but not sure what kind of out Travis has at the moment. City of Brass. I mean Tim. What kind of out Tim has. Travis has it so locked down at the moment. But don't underestimate these sack decks. These things are very janky and can get you really fast. There's a mana dork, but that's a little... Well, I guess it's a blocker if needed. Sun agrees. What do we got here? No. Decided against it. See, as long as that Dark Heart's out, technically, even though Travis is lower health, he's got a lot more health than Tim. So you gotta watch doing stuff that damages both people. There's the mill. Now, these guys are both extremely good players, so like I said, you cannot count anything out. These guys have been playing the format for a while. As I said before, there isn't, you know, specific things you have to do all the time. Now, there's cards people tend to play a lot, like Chain Lightnings. Obviously, if you're doing, you know, mana rocks, basically your moxes are gone and your stones are in, and your dorks are Dark Elf. Here's another mill. See, that's what I was wondering right there, those Infernos. Yep. There's the massive damage from Inferno. Now with a deck that's pretty quick, typically like Tim's can be, I could see Inferno being a finisher normally at this point. He would finish off his opponent. Yep, there's an egg. Wonder if he has another Inferno. Tog, Maze of Ith. Well, Maze of Ith isn't going to do anything. I'm sure that's going to come out. also have to watch too. I mean, control decks, as you know, the greatest player of the control deck, one of his little sideboard cards was 4 Hypnotic Specters. So when people would take their control aspects out, he would throw his Hypnotic Specters in. It's a very good chess move. Read into your opponents. Nobody does it better than him. Alright, so there's the token. Now, if he can destroy that enchantment, he gets his other token back. Great games, fellas. When you have a lot of mana and you're counting, it's usually an interesting thing. So here's what you got to worry about. So he has a crossroads, right? All his creatures gain haste. So if Travis gets a little greedy at one point, he may end up losing almost all of his life in one shot. Oh, that would have been cool. Now see, it's something I would put in too. That green card you saw there, basically you can sack your rook eggs. Grab something out of your deck with certain mana value, but key is your rook egg is gone. So you would get a token from it, and you would get mana and something to cast. I believe I'm mistaken. I believe it's just mana. I believe you sack your egg, get a bunch of mana. You get a free rook token out of it, but you also get to cast something. Sorry, my son is extremely excited. Oh, I believe that's Rasputin. That card is devastating against a lot of decks. Yep, there's the crossroads. Now see, that kills Aboria. But the Aboria effect is still in play, I believe. Maybe not. Crumble in a factory, I'm assuming. Yep, obviously Mazavith to be bad boy. But I believe he's untapped to get his token back. I'm actually curious. I feel like Aboria's effect should still be in play, but I could be wrong. Somebody wants to put that in comments, I'd appreciate it. I don't know the technical ruling off the top of my head. But, well, there's another Aboria. mill, another dork. So now he can block both if he had to. There's the... So now he's back up to 7 on Rasputin. I believe that's what the name was. Alright, so he is open attack because he did play a Borea and he played an elf, so... That's a lot of damage coming across. Yeah, I'm thinking you untap the token and block Rasputin. Now see, if Tim had his Maze of Ith out after, well, I should say before combat ends, but after the damage, you can untap your Rasputin and get your counter back. There's another mill. His deck has to be on low. I can't see from here, but there's a book and a stone, so that's really not anything too bad. I don't know if I'd want to extra draw at the moment. I believe his lands are untapped as well. Really needs those. Oh no, it's upkeep basically. Okay. That's the Tabernacle. Really needs that token back. If he can get his other token out, that'd be great. Well, there's one card he needed. 4/4 Flying Tetravis. So I could see some synergy there with that other card. So if you have Tefras out, spread your tokens out. There's another mill. You spread your tokens out, but then the main Tetravis, which is just a 1/1 now, you sack for 6 mana. So attack, do damage, sack it, play Inferno, finish someone off. Oh, there's a coffin. I hope he plays a Felon's King. Yeah, there's another mill. Suchi would have helped. Preacher, not so much. I think he's counting his Infernos up here. Yep. I think that's the end of it. I think they're scooping on this one. They're just showing what's left in the hands. Well, that was a great first game. Let's get on to the second game here. Alright, so we're back after...
I'll start us off. I can keep my hand.
Shuffling and all the craziness.
Sure.
Let's see how this goes here.
I'll start us off with a forest and pass. 6.
Quick forest and pass.
Savannah.
I'm assuming Tim took out a bunch of cards.
Okay. Swamp. Sylvan Library.
Ah, that's so good.
Sylvan Library. Okay.
Pass with 5.
Drop. Taiga. And how about 8?
Sorry about that. I just realized the in-game audio somehow turned itself back on. Alright, there is Atog. Travis does have a library, so he has access to a lot of answers right now. A little bit of epic lip action for Bomb going on there. I think he's worried about that ATOG. I don't know how worried about it I'd be at the moment, because I'm assuming that's for late game. I mean, it could definitely be early game, but it's not as explosive as dumping a bunch of Moxes. But if you get a Tetravis out, that spreads out, that's 4 artifacts. Well, that's an answer for you. Drop a honey. There's a plateau. There's a swing. Assuming we're going to let the drop of honey disappear before Tim plays out another card. No. Okay. There's a stone, but see, the problem Travis has right now, I believe, is he doesn't have double black. So this is Tim's kind of open right now. So if Tim can pull some shenanigans off here, you know, Travis only has 3 cards in hand, but he does have the library. So basically it's like having 6 cards available to you. You don't have to draw the extra, but it allows you to pick a card. Some people keep thinking this for life for a card thing. It really has nothing to do with that. It's filtering out the cards that don't matter so much. For instance, if you don't need a land, your next 2 cards are lands, you would be dead. But with library, it's, okay, I'm going to pick the 3rd card and that's going to win me the game instead of losing the game because you have 2 lands in a row. Sometimes you can spend a 4 life to end things, but yeah, see, this is what I'm... Yep. I think he's going out for the kill. Does not have a crumble. You would have played it by now. Borea? Yep. Now, I'm assuming Tim also has his Crossroads in his deck also. So technically, if he has a Crossroads and another Suchi, he can swing for 8 right now and get rid of a Borea. He does have some kind of play. Otherwise, he would have just swung by now. So Tim has something up his sleeve here. Yep. Are we going to have... Okay, we're just going to swing. Okay, that's still good, though. That's 6 damage. That's a lot of oomph. Now, see, here's the thing. He doesn't have black. Like I said, not having double black is a problem. So, saw the hesitation, so you know there's darkness in hand. there's that in prison. That's really not the end of the world. It's really only 1 mana, but it does slow things down. So he's tapping. Yeah, so he tapped out of his black though. So he doesn't have a darkness. I thought he had one the way he was playing with his stone, but that could have been a tactic. But if it was, he just gave it away. He doesn't have it now. Even if he does, he can't play it. He can mill, but I think that's the last of his concerns at the moment. I don't think Tim's concerned about that right now. Depending on what he has in hand, Inferno could also come out. For instance, if he had... Well, actually, he's got to pay 1 to attack, so I guess not. Oh, there's a problem. See, one of the things for Horseman is it's slow, but Coffin and Tetris. Tim could attack, shoot off his tokens. If Tim had the Coffin, he could shoot the arms off the Tetris on Travis's end step, put his own trike in the Coffin, untap it, and be able to shoot it again for 3 more. And just for those watching this for first time, you do not have to have the real cards. 4 Horsemen is completely proxy friendly. Proxy the duels, proxy the cards, who cares? Alright, there's another one. That's 2 to attack now. But I don't know if it's going to matter all that much. As you can see, he doesn't have black again because he played that, so darkness is not a fear anymore. So this might be the end for him. That's a lot of damage Tim is going to pump out this turn. I'm guessing he has an Inferno in hand. That's my guess. I thought he had to pay 2 mana. But, not mistaken, I thought if I understood the cards right, he had to pay 2 mana to attack. But I could be wrong there. There's the Gauntlets of Chaos, I believe. Can't remember off the top of my head exactly what that does. Oh, Presence of the Master. Yeah, that's a way to get rid of enchantments and stuff. You play that before the other people that can't play their enchantments. Nobody can. Alright, so now maybe he'll pay mana and attack. I think he has the kill. He just got to attack. strip the black. Yep. That shows darkness can't be played. Go to combat, attack. Assuming that's a crumble. Doesn't matter at this point. Tetravis giving the middle finger, I guess. I believe they're discussing the timing of everything. That's it. Let's go on to the last game here. Great matches, guys. Wow. Alright. Let's get a quick land and pass. Soon eventually we're going to see an elf here. Yep. I think that's the first time he had a 1-drop elf. Alright, so he's got his main mana sources available to him now. Red, green, white, double green. You don't see them in this game, but dervishes are a real thing. Black might have some strong cards here, but dervishes will end your life. I'll see, now he's got his, technically he has 3 black available to him. He's just going to attack with 1. No stone, I guess. Nope, just the pass. Let's see what kind of... Alright, we got a book going on, so we got some card draw. Swing for 1. And a pass. Well, now if Tim needs to, you can filter some lands out. Must have a pretty good crypt there. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Pitching Inferno. He might have been digging for a land. Sorry, little guy's excited again. I guess he liked thinking he's agreeing with the land thing. Oh, no. Okay, I was wondering if we had something else going on here, but there's just a swing for 1 and a book of his own. Let's see here. Oh, that's good. Strip mine. Looking up some deck photos again. There we go. Skipped ahead of that part for you guys. Yep. Must have something big going. Yep. There we go. So now his creatures have haste and no other enchantments can be played out until that enchantment is destroyed. That's why I need to put in white. I need to put crossroads in because I forgot they existed at the moment, and I need to put those guys in my deck and see how it rolls. There's a tower. Which I don't think is really going to matter all that much right now. So that presence shuts a lot of Travis's deck down. I know some people are always frustrated about, oh, I don't have disenchants. You ever watch these matches, you're going to realize it really doesn't matter all that much. Makes the game more interesting. Yeah, that's what I thought. He's digging for an answer, so that's a, you know, desperation kind of dig there. So this is going to give Tim the opportunity. Looks like he's digging for answers too. He might have a land and a Suchi or something. Oh, he's going to discard a library. Well, that's right. Yeah, you can't play it. No Suchis or anything. I figured I would have saw Suchi swing by now. See if Travis gets to find an answer. He's gaining one life here and there. Oh, there's another dig. Just a reminder to any new people, my stuff is done in real life. My son is nonverbal autistic. He is playing, having a blast behind me here. A lot of times when they stim and do things like that, they're kind of doing their own thing. So I sit next to them and do this stuff in the meantime. Alright, this is another opportunity for Tim to get stuff on the table and start doing some major damage here. Yep. I figured something was coming. There's a big bad Tetravus. Yep, it's gonna shoot the elf and swing in. Oh, we have a crumble though. Might as well shoot him. There's the pass. He's still at 5 cards, so he does have card advantage technically, but I have a feeling a lot of those are cards he can't use. Yeah, guess my son agrees here. What do we got? Alright, Millstone. There's the mill. Mirror Universe and Inferno. Mirror's a good card, but I have a feeling it's not going to matter in this game. I mean, you can technically dig, find a Suchi, and play an attack right now. So he's got to start doing damage, because if Travis finds his Dark Heart, that's a big problem. Oh wait, you can't play it right now anyway, but you never know. Oh, okay, good. There's a crumble. There goes the Millstone. Yep, it's one of my secret favorite cards. There we go. There's the swing for 4. Back down to 18. So here's another fun thing that I always main deck at least one crumble, maybe main decking more than one now, but you can split the Tetravis off and crumble the 1/1 main. If you have any kind of recursion, you can bring it back again, but you gain a lot of life. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I think he's got a bunch of enchantments in his hand right now. He's not finding the answers to remove that presence. Other millstone. Well, Tim has a strip, so that maze isn't really going to do anything. Yep, there's the tokens. Yep, there's the strip. There's a Suchi. Attack free. I knew that was coming eventually. That's a major hit. See, Travis is under tower. He's got to keep finding answers and digging, which means tower's not really going to help him. Now, Tax Tower and Greed Tower are real things too, to keep in mind. Oh, it looks like he's pitching the land. Okay. There's the mill. Atog would have been the end of the game right there. Careful, Pat. There's a dig. So he's digging for... Oh, ditching that. Let's see what... Nope, just attack. There's a... Yep, I was going to say, there's a darkness. Now, you know that was his only one at the moment, because he did not use it last time, so... You know there's a mill coming. Yep, that means he really doesn't have any answers. Another Suchi gone. There's the pass. So I go, there's a crumble. I'm assuming we're gonna dig into the... Where'd the mana go? Yeah, there's two into that. Might as well draw. Do we have something to play with it? It's too colorless. He's got a lot of mana open. I feel like he should be able to play something. I believe Tim has 3 cards in hand. Technically, just take the damage, doesn't matter. Alright, he's pitching a crumble and taking the damage. There's Coffin. Yeah, now he can put his Tetravis at Travis's end step. Got 3 more tokens. So now basically every turn he gets 3 tokens. Yep. There it is. And no crumble. There's the mill. Oh man, Inferno and Atok. Jeez. Technically, he can draw 2 cards this turn, so there's the untap. That comes into play. Technically, he can split off because upkeep comes next. At least I thought he could. Yeah, untap, upkeep. I believe that's what he's running through right now. Alright, so there we go. Skipped ahead of the look in there, but technically there's tokens. Tim has anything creature-wise, even a 1/1 in his hand. Technically he can attack out, kill him, or if he has an Inferno in his hand, he can attack out and kill him that way. Well, that'll do it. Suchi'll end it. Well, that should be the end unless he has a darkness in hand. Does Travis have a darkness? Now he milled, so he does not have the mana. Oh, there's a crumble. Yep, there's the response by putting it in the coffin. It's one of the cards I play, so this way I don't have to worry about Suchi either. Basically, it's a delay on your end, but it's a card out of their hand. So he's down to 1. I don't know if there's anything he has that's going to help him. Needs a darkness. Well, there's a swamp. Technically, he can tap his elf and kill himself. Yep, that's it. Man, those were great games, guys. Just gonna let this go out here. Sometimes the guys will show some of their decks laid out there and what's going on, but you can take a good look at kind of what's going on Tim's end here. So I'll let this play for a moment. In fact, I think I might speed this up a little bit for you. Alright, so there's a good look at Tim's side of things. You can see exactly what he's kind of going through there. Congratulations to Tim. Great deck, Travis. You guys have good decks. But you can see the skull there on Travis's side to keep bringing enchantments and stuff back. Great deck, guys. Awesome job. Alright. So I'll pause this right here. You can see both decks laid out. Pause this, take a look at it, and see what's going on. But this is some really good Four Horsemen stuff going on here. So I hope you enjoy the day. Have a wonderful time.